So I'm not mainstream bar, but all my shows we've had Guinness, we've had Airtel, we've had Institute Fancy, and paid. They've given us money. I used to take my Zainab Sule live to different states because Abuja see finish. So do not one law. Please don't play where they know you because they will not come.
Hi guys, welcome to Buildapalooza, your boardpod.com series for discussing all the frenzies, excitement, and wildness of building a business. Whatever business, by everyday young people in Nigeria. I am your host, Kelechi. Today I have the queen of soft rock, Zainab Sule, and I'm really excited to have you here. Zainab.
Hi Kelechi. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Anyway,
okay,
it's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So today we are going to be discussing building your way to the spotlight. As you should know, yes, you should know, Zainab was one of the first people to do a lot of things in soft rock in Nigeria, and Abuja more precisely.
More precisely.
Yeah, and this was at a time when nobody was talking about soft rock. Nobody was, just a few people were doing some things in it, right? So today we're trying to figure out how can you as a business person, how can you as an entrepreneur, build something or do something, anything in a rare sector, in an industry that not everybody is building in. How can you navigate your way to spotlight? Zainab, can you tell us how you did yours in music?
Well, the way you're saying how you did yours now, to now look like, Zainab, don't get 1 billion. Wait. The thing is that it's always like a journey, and one of the things I realized is rock music in Nigeria is cricket. Like when you're not like among the top 5, nobody send your papa. And I realized that my name Zainab Sule is not strong enough very early. This is both for music but I'll start with music. It's not strong enough, and I needed a brand. So very early, one thing I noticed was for a brand to take note of you, you have to package.
Okay.
You have to look well. You have to look well fed. You don't have to look hungry. And not looking hungry means I'm not doing music for the money first.
Okay.
So once you know that you're not doing it for the money, it takes away that desperation that you really want to, I must blow. No, that was not in the factor at all. I just wanted to have a show or a name where people know that if Zainab is doing a show, you know what you're expecting. You know that it's going to be different. And I wanted to have sold out shows. But I also knew my demographic. So first thing, we started meeting up people. First, I will not have 1 naira. I'll go and meet maybe you, who is like a colleague or a friend. And I'll be like, I have this gig that's coming up. Please, can you support? Now, my clients did not like doing music because people that had money were web design clients.
Okay.
We're not musicians. So I can call any of the people I've done websites for that have paid like 100K, 150. Then I'll be like, sir, I need like 100K. I want to do a show. Saying that, but don't tell you say this music thing. Good just like it's pinching them, but I didn't answer. The one that would give. So it was tantamount to begging. Yes, initially, because how would you raise money to do a show or do something? You had to find means, but you had to kind of make it look like it was promising, So that worked. After a while, I made sure very early that I never did free gigs. Very early. Because you're trying to sell something that is like, you're selling something elite, something nice, something. So if you are doing free, you know that you get everybody. Yeah. How do you now sieve out the people who you don't want?
Yeah.
So very early, no free, beg for money. That was the first thing I did.
Okay, awesome. Just to as more info, Zainab is also the head or owner of Pishon.
I didn't hear that.
Pishon Designs
Studio. Pishon
Design Studio. And they build websites and all. It is very fascinating that she does music and also does something that you classify as business, even though music is part of business. Some of the things that from what you've said so far, what I picked is starting out in a rare sector, you need to build your name, right? You said that you were very, very interested in building that brand, your personal name. And that was something that allowed you to mostly approach people and they listened to you, even though you called it begging.
You're still begging.
You still call it begging. So it is very important that when building a business, in any sector, that your name.
Yeah, your name has to go.
Yes.
Your name is because that's all you have. Even
that's all you have.
A good name is better than any money you would have. Because I don't even have like a superstar name, but at least I know one referral, a Zainab, one referral, a Zainab. It has really helped and taken us far.
And you talked about partnership.
Yep.
Can you talk more about it? Can you?
Okay, I'll give you a very funny thing. So I'm not mainstream bar, but all my shows we've had Guinness, we've had Airtel, we've had Institute Fancy, and paid. They've given us money. So how it worked, I'll give you the Guinness example. So when I was in Jos, because I used to take my Zainab Sule live to different states, because Abuja see finish. So do not one law. Please don't play where they know you, because they will not come. So we did the Abuja show till like 2017. Then 2016, 17, we started going to Jos, Lagos, Kenya. We just started going around so that we just same thing to build the brand. So when I was in Jos, a friend of mine recommended me to the regional director of Guinness, Diageo. And the man came they just said, Zainab, this man wants to see you in the hotel. When I heard hotel, I beg. And I'm a female, and you know what comes with hotel. And so I carried my PA, Joy Body, guy, when they go hotel. And we met this man, and we said, I'm sure this story, let go out. So, we met him, he sat down there. Really amazing man. And he said, Zainab, I've heard so much about what you're doing, and I want to give you money. Just like that. And Zainab, my village people. I was like, I want to give you money, I want to help you, I want to support what you're doing. How much do you want? So me now, because I was forming PA, answer the question, Zainab, answer. And David was like, Zainab, be like, say that 10K remain. When I heard 10K first, I'd be like, say, I should just slap him. Because Guinness just asked you, that's how much do you want for a show? And you said 10K. And Miss
10K Naira?
10,000 Naira.
Oh, wow.
And because we had actually finished. So he carried his account, I will never forget, and transferred 10,000 Naira to my GTB. So that after the whole thing, we had a team meeting. I was like, guy, you're not street smart. What nonsense is this? So fast forward to 2018, I called him back. I said, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I know I fucked up. I know I messed up. Go the editor. So I know I messed up. Please give me another chance. I was like, okay, go and bring your proposal. Go to this office in Abuja and submit your full proposal. With the lesson, me, PA, I went by myself. I went to the office. I met the Abuja guys. And I realized another thing. Don't go by yourself. That's another thing. You are building a brand, so they are not supposed to see you. If you say that you are the king of podcast, and they have to go,
I like it.
they have to go and do the hustling on your behalf. Okay. It makes you look bigger. Okay. When you go, they've seen you now. What do they want to see again? They've seen you. So first thing, I went to see the guys. When I saw the guys, we sat down, we did the whole meet, because we have the whole press kit, the same thing labels have. We built it from scratch. So we made sure that you have everything, press kits, photos of all the shows. And we did, and the guy was like, rock music. I know, we'll get back to you. And 2 months, this guy didn't call. So I called the man back and I said, sir, your boys have not answered. They said they don't want to give you the gig. They don't want to give you. Okay, you know what you do? Tell them that I said they don't want to give you. And then I called my manager. I said, Wale, I better just call Guinness. I need to talk again. Do you know, once he picked up the phone to call them, in less than 24 hours, they had negotiated an amount and they had finished everything and we had the deal. So I called Wale, and in 24 hours or less than, they negotiated a deal. And one major thing that was a criteria in the deal was, because in trying to build that elite audience, my audience don't drink. Bad news. So even if Guinness wants to give you 2 trucks, who is going to drink? Even if they say, okay, we are going to come and sponsor. And they did it. They brought a full truck to the event. You guys, when you were there now to I can't remember, the Hypersonic launch, my 2017 album launch, they came full. Bought ushers, I can provide the pictures for you. But everything, like I launched Smirnoff vodka, the chocolate one, X1. It was they brought it to the show. And my guys were drinking Malta Guinness. Help my life. How would they give you how would they even help how would they help you? You know?
Okay. So I mean, all of these things we've talked about is just basically talking about the
It's the partnership
need
and
for
the
partnership.
need for partnership, the need for a because I wouldn't have gotten it if I didn't present those things they wanted.
Yeah.
So in trying to build your name and build all the things we're drawing you, you also have to be very deliberate about what you do.
Yeah. And
So
your packaging.
I help package.
Okay. Awesome. How did you get into mainstream, I would say, business in tech, right? Was that a side hustle for you to basically do your business? I mean, because starting out is hard, right? And I feel like for me, I have had to do a bunch of things to get my business moving. So would you say that you are having to rob Peter to pay Paul, by doing business and then doing music? How are you able to cope merging both of them together?
I would say I kind of call them like two different babies because
Okay.
they are more like pair. When I was in UJ, Unijust, all other universities, sorry, but when I was in Unijust, we had this exchange course where they taught us web design. Only like some people in the class, and I forgot about the course, and I came out of it, and I was still carrying Pali and going to look for a job because my mom still is not going to hear that I'm playing guitar. So I worked for two bosses under the space of 1 year, didn't pan out. The second job, the guy died with his staff salary. He died in Mabushi. He was driving the company car, fell around in Mabushi. He was going to pay us salaries the next day, chokes. May so rest in peace. And the police, they witnessed it, so the money on him, they give to his dad. Because how would you say it's company money? And it was just a really bad this thing. So after that, I just left it. But one thing that really helped us in that company, Metro Cybernetics, I was building websites. I wasn't good. I was really bad. But I had done jobs for Julie Oseni and all those top guys under the company because my then boss was a boss of Suburban Telecom.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it was time for the company to pack up, he just said, Zainab, so we're leaving. What happens to these websites? So unlike a web designer that is starting from scratch, where you don't have portfolio, what helped was I was starting, but I was inheriting portfolio of jobs I had done. So it was easy when you say, I do websites, and they say, what websites have you done? And I'm quoting Daughters of Abraham, So it really helped. That was I think that was the difference. And same partnership thing, I realized nobody's going to pay Python any attention. So we started doing trainings. I partnered with these cybersecurity guys. I think they were in they're on this AB2, I think something secure, Select Secure. Yeah, we partnered with them and we started doing a lot of trainings. Same thing, I would reach out to clients. Sir, send your staff. It's not like it's just beg. Sir, send six staff, and you're charging 40K. Before you know it, it's 6 times 40 times 4 different clients or 5 different clients. You're looking at 800K. So we did trainings for the very first 3-4 years that sustained us, coupled with the web design, and then you start growing. That's basically
one thing that amazes me about you is your resilience. You've been doing this for how many years now?
I mean,
a long time.
Have you met Sapa? You know what Sapa is?
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
Sapa
So-
is. Resilient.
Yeah, from one of our episodes, one of our guests said, talked about hunger, right? And said that
factor.
you need to be hungry, both in your stomach
Physically.
and,
physically.
I guess that's it. So would you say that that's always also been one of your drivers, in being consistent and resilient in your craft?
I wouldn't say I've never been hungry. God has helped my parents. We've always been normal. It's not no hunger. But I've always had this thing in my. I think that's also why I do rock. When you tell me that something is not possible, I will be the first person to tell you that it can be done. So I think that's what drives me. More like you say rock music is not possible. I will tell you that I will get paid. I would build a career in rock. I would do the same way, just like that. If you say a female cannot be in tech, I'll tell you I built over 100 websites. Just like that, just whatever you think that cannot be done, Just put your mind to it and do it. And that's really, anytime I feel really down, I remember that I'm not just doing it for this. I'm trying to, imagine me giving Mom C 100K from one of my gigs. From the same rock music that she didn't like, the woman never spoke again. Like I'm not even kidding you. Like all the insult, cause Mom Sika, she's Yoruba. Ha, you know Yoruba insult is loud. I mean, don't go and look for a job. There can't get her. She will insult. But she's the house that I renovated for her is from music. It's also from web design. So it's showing her that yes, I may not be a Davido or something, but you are feeding from this.
How hard is the process that you've had to go through? Right? How hard is it? What has kept you so far?
You would have to make sacrifices.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to. You have to let things go. You have to know that. So you know how I said, like, how do I put it? In your mind, you battle with a lot of things first off. So number one, I have to make financial sacrifices because very early, like the same 2017, there's a friend of mine, David Osage. He's a graphic guy. He's amazing. And David was like, Zainab, Abuja no send. Try travel and go around. The first money I made, major money, I took myself to Kenya. So bastard savings and stuff, I didn't have until very recently. So you have to make sacrifices and decide that, whatever will be. You know, if I get hungry, I go hungry, no while.
Yeah, if we were to quickly reel out all of the sacrifices that you've had to make, just to make sure that people who are trying to get into business, people who are trying to get into craft, whatever it is, know that I would have to do this and this and that, you know, outside of trying to build this. I mean, in trying to build a strong brand, you know, and in trying to get people to partner with me, these are the things that I will have to sacrifice. These are the things that I have to take note of in order to get to this point. Because I feel like the point of actually getting partnerships that work, right, is like the beginning of someone's career. If you get somebody who supports you or gives you money to do something, it's likely that you will succeed. But then, how do we get to that point? What sacrifices do we need to make?
No, but you may not even succeed.
You may not, but I feel like it's a good step.
It's a good step.
Yeah, so, but how do we, what sacrifices have you had to make, that has helped you get to this level of success?
You'd probably have to just put yourself out there and not be too self-conscious about people think like, excuse my French, F it, like, what can they do to you? So you have to put yourself out there. I just wake up one day, die here. Am I normal? Like, my mom still looked at me, are you okay? But that's the point, like, just F it and just put your mind and say, okay, I have to be out there. But you have to also stay. Because this is years. You're talking about, I was still in university. I've been doing this. And I'm still doing my web design turned 15. Yes, both careers, like, okay, now the music is shorter. But I've been building websites since university. So, of course, if I'm quoting 10 million for a job, you can't. Because you don't have the years for it. Yes. So it's the same vibe.
Yeah.
Not beside the quote 10 million, not to talk that. But it's the same vibe,
Yeah.
That's the same
so
thing.
What I hear is like this is a long game.
Yes,
you are
it's a
in
marathon.
for the long run.
It's not a
marathon,
sprint, yeah.
And anyone who is looking to do business must know that you don't make money overnight, right? It comes with a lot of sacrifices, a lot of consistency, a lot of reluctance. I mean, when people feel like you are not, like some of the things that they say no to, right? You say yes to.
Say yes to, and you'll be able to back it up.
And some of the things that they say yes to, you say no to. It's like basically not listening to people, just doing your thing.
And have a team as well.
Yes. Oh, that's important. Having
Have
a team.
people around you.
At what point did you start to build a team? Because building a team is expensive.
At the point where I had to go and play a show and I still have to attend to clients.
Okay.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you're becoming what you say you don't want to be, disappointing clients.
Can my friends be part of mine? No. Because how do I get money to pay people if I'm just starting out, right? Okay, I have achieved a few things, right? But then I don't still have enough money because I feel like building a team can help you move faster.
Make sure the person has no relationship with you.
Okay.
Because when you put fights, it will hurt you more.
Okay.
But because if you get somebody who knows you from maybe your cousin that is not that close, you're able to keep things at an arm's length. And you're able to think. So it's not sentiment that is work. Guy, what's up now? You didn't deliver. And he's not saying, see the way Uncle Kelechi talk to me, say, we can't be, just eliminate it before it starts and you go far. But when you have that intimate relationship, at the end of the day, resentment builds in and they now don't wish you well, So all of this I'm getting all of this through experience because I actually started with friends. My sister, my cousin, everybody was all Pisces. Before now, phew, none of them. Because then the business is standing. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. It's been very exciting chatting with you, Zainab.
Okay.
I think that I have learned a few things from having to build in music and build in tech, right? And in a very rare sector, rock music has gone very far in Abuja, especially, and thanks to you and other people.
Plenty.
And
it's so much, plenty.
Yes, and it's been her and a bunch of people being resilient and reluctant about not, and not giving up, that has got this industry to the point it is right now, and even in your other crafts. So thank you once again for, joining us on the show. Guys, do well to follow us, do well to follow Zainab, do well to follow Buildapalooza. If you want to get more exciting conversations, you want to hear about how people are building in this country in several industries, we bring it to you hot. Thank you once again, Zainab.
Thank you, Kelechi. I had fun.
All right, bye guys.